It's like something out of a tourism commercial. Lots of great views. But if you take a closer look, you'll see the remains of a dump, one that was used from the 1950s until 1991, when it was shut down, to create an ecological reserve to protect one of the most significant trace fossil discoveries in the world, showing the beginning of the Cambrian period.
The Cambrian period is the beginning of animal life on this planet. 541 million years ago, the very first indication of animal life, and it's signified by a little tiny creature who began to dig into the mud at the bottom of an ancient ocean. That very gesture of digging into the mud at the bottom of this ancient ocean 541 million years ago is the transition in life.
These aren't fossils as you might think of them, but rather trace fossils. You can see a creature burrowed into the ground. The area is featured in a Newfoundland and Labrador tourism commercial.
Here we have a beautiful example of the evolutionary revolution that is happening here at Fortune Head. And these dots, lines and squiggles are showing for the first time animals are starting to burrow up and down, churning up the sediment. One of the most important geological transitions in all of Earth history.
But next to this world-class geological site sits an old dump site, a mere 75 years old. In 1991, it was shut down and remediated, but in recent years, it has been falling into the ocean.
My personal belief, because of climate change, because of the amounts of rain we're having, because of the severe storms and the high tides, the garbage is becoming brought back to the surface through erosion and through weathering. I mean, it's just embarrassing. Many people that come here make complaints to local people.
The nearby Fortune Head Geological Center owes its existence to the trace fossil site, allowing for an engaging geological walk through time. A cleaned-up ecological reserve would help.
When we have visitors that are coming here and they're asking questions and they'd like to go up and see the site, that we're sending them to a place that's clean and we're sending them to a place that's sightly, and that they have a better view of Fortune, because sometimes they take away that negative piece. Instead of getting to focus specifically on the fossils and the trace fossils that are there, they see the dump and then they come away with a very negative viewpoint.
A consultant's report released last April suggested two options in dealing with the dump: a complete cleanup costing $11 million or a partial waste cleanup at $3 million. Minister Chris Tibbs, Department of Environment, Conservation and Climate Change, says they are considering options. People in the Fortune Bay area say the sooner the better. Todd, CBC News, Fortune Head.